Coach, there was a lot of storylines that could have been written from just the second half. Just go through, what your team did right. I thought down the stretch, does it help to have a guy like Tyshawn Jones who is basically, mature.
When Drew's out, and I thought we had our very first game of the year at UCF. We had to play without Drew for the double overtime and then the last couple minutes of the first overtime. So I think, whether we knew it or not, that probably gave us some confidence there. Tayjon went to the free throw line and made some big ones for us. I was telling these guys, I was at Clemson in 2018, and it was one of the biggest comebacks in history in Division I at that time. I can't remember exactly what the number was, but it was a game very similar. Once they started rolling, they didn't miss. We gave them some opportunities. Like we had a couple technical fouls that should not have occurred. So I hope we learned from that. You hope that you can play with big leads, and we've done that. We had one here last week with High Point, and we did what you're supposed to do. We held on to it, tonight. Give them credit. They made shot after shot after shot after shot. But like you said, a lot of storylines, but proud of our guys that we were able to build a 31-point lead. We just need to, try to not make it so interesting at the end.
What kind of discipline did your team learn in a winning moment that they can apply when you get to March and you get in a tournament where that might happen?
Well, I thought 25, definitely the first 20 minutes, probably the first 25, I thought we were as good defensively as we've been all year. That's where our identity starts, frankly. It starts on that end, and I thought guys really bought into guarding those guys. We know they love the three. We've played Sincere McMahon enough to know that he can really, really shoot it. And we just gave him opportunity after opportunity after putting together one of the best defensive stretches we've had all year. They were on 3 and 5 for a long time in the first half. So I think we draw from that. It comes down to stops for us, because if we can get stops, we can get out in transition. It's hard to get out in transition when you don't get stops. And so, again, hopefully we learn from it, but I think that's, to answer your question, that's probably where the confidence comes from.
When there's a game that there's a lot of fouls like that, it kind of chops up the game, and what you guys like to do is you like to get out and run and play fast.
Right.
That slows the rhythm and the cadence down. Can you talk about, is that the first time this year that maybe that's happened, and how do you coach against that from your team to respond to that when that situation plays out in a half like it did tonight?
Yeah, there was almost 60 free throws between both teams, 3 technical fouls all on us. So, you try to control what you can control. We've got to control our emotions a little bit better. But no, I don't think I've been in a game, this year where it was that choppy, especially there for about an 8-minute stretch. But a lot of it was self-inflicted too, man. It was stuff that we could have done a better job responding to. And that's just, again, we can focus on that 6 or 8-minute stretch where we really let it slip. Or we can focus on building a 31-point lead, and in the last 2 minutes finding a way to stretch it back out, double digits. But we just had a rough 6-minute stretch, and honestly, we did down there too. We were up 15 till the last 6 minutes of the game, and they came back, found a way to win at the end. So, credit to our guys to find a way to win.
And there were some positives tonight. Obviously, the character to get a win like this, and I thought. You defended well. The only thing I probably would say is there a way to really coach defending without fouling some on those situations?
We try. Again, we had a really good stretch defending, but when you hold a team to 62% from the field in the second half, you've not really defended that great. So that's what it was. And then obviously we walked them to the line 31 times. We got to be better there.